99% of people are unable to stare into Jeremy Enriquez's eyes. He's seeing right through them. He's the real deal, Mr. No Nonsense. As for my brand, I mean, it's clearly defined with its boundaries, one which distinguishes it from everyone else's. It is humanity's holistic well being with an emphasis on spirituality. A one of a kind, you know, a one word for my brand is my AKA, personality, which means one of a kind. So the emphasis is on spirituality. Human beings have a physical body and mind, but are of a spirit nature at the core, only becoming life when God breathed life into them. The core is who you are. Everything outside your spirit core lies outside of you, including your body and mind. So you are neither your body nor mind, although they belong to you. So whatever belongs to you can only be your property, not you. So there must be something more fundamental to you, and that's your spirit core. Whenever your body and mind returns to the dust, you will continue to exist in the spirit realm. People are born spiritual, however, drift away from the spirit core the more they identify with A, B, and C. I.e., you say, okay, this is my family, this is my country, this is my flag, this is, my organization. In so doing, you start discriminating. And God is impartial. God does not discriminate. God is a spirit. So you've got to have a universal brand, trading in at least putting a safe distance between you and all those ID badges that you carry. And have a universal brand for the universe too is one energy, the same way God is one. So the name of my talk show, Reality with Partiality, which is so-called to be more narrowly defined, to more narrowly define the brand, is because I am a realist. Reality with partiality. I'm a realist. Realist as opposed to a psychologist. Yeah? It is a philosopher. It is a brand that is neither psychology nor philosophy based. It is real. Reality is not something that you invent. You know, for that would make it like more like a story, or if you have to make it up, it's a lie. You know, reality is what it is. It's what comes naturally. God is real, so is creation as well as life itself. So I help individuals see with clarity, help them understand how they think, feel, and experience life, which is an internal process. So you got to do inner engineering for that. For in understanding yourself and the nature of your existence, you then no longer need to psych yourself, which is the worst thing you can do to yourself, instead of telling yourself the truth. For when you see with clarity, you seeing the clear path ahead of you, you don't need to gin up confidence. You in seeing with clarity, your path is illumined, you're enlightened, you can travel at full stride because you're already seeing the clear path ahead of you. Now, my one-of-a-kind product. The product comes with 3 layers, one inside the other. One, the talk show, being the outermost layer, inside of which we generate a library our audiences are able to find and view online, through the YouTube channel, Percy A. Lewis, or, even if you dial Percy, you come to it, or you dial a name of an individual who's been on the show, you'll find that individual's presentation, inside of which it is the 3rd layer, the center we're building on the ground. Holistic center, a place where people can come and experience the product. Now, my identity, well, I am Partiality, a one-of-a-kind life transformation coach. That's who I am. Transformation, the whole of you change, transforms. You become brand new. Change is just parts of you. So, life transformation coach online that you won't find anywhere else in the world. And I'm not only talking about myself, but the product, the product I offer, which is also a service. So you won't find it anywhere else because I designed it. All in all, on the periphery, we market and bring people to the talk show to talk about their journey, past, present, and future, in becoming the best version of themselves. A journey is neither a curriculum vitae or a resume that boasts education and experience. A journey documents the life experience of a person going from point A to B to C. For life is an expedition, and your intellect is your tool for exploration. So you don't anchor. If you anchor in a belief system, then how can you set sail? And unless you set sail, how can you explore? And unless you explore, how can you experience life and know the nature of your existence? So why you went there to point A in the first place is their journey experience and what you explain in your documentary, you know, as you stay ahead of your narrative, telling your own story. So the journey is really about discovering the nature of your existence, enabling you to say, okay, this is who I am. So the show is not about boasting, such as to say, look at me, able to do all these things by comparison to other people. No, rather the show is for people to come and frame their own narratives rather than leaving room for others who would only be too happy to do that for them and do them a miscarriage of justice. Therefore, the show does not make comparisons. No, it does not drive competition. No, it exists to help individuals find their niche, their driving lane unique to themselves, their unique one of a kind self. So they become their best version instead of trying to become like someone else or reach a gold standard. That would be all.